Hi. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, and welcome to another live episode of Retro Repairs. So, first of all, happy Easter to everyone who celebrates it, and happy Sunday for everyone else. So, it's nice to see you guys again. And I would like to start with our standard individual intros. So, what we have been doing in the last couple of weeks. And I would like to start with Neil because he just fixed his first Macintosh. It was Macintosh Classic, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So we don't have many
First
Macintoshes on our channel.
I'm getting a bit of connection issues here. Lee's not moving. Lee, you okay? Let's try again. Yeah, I fixed my first Mac. Obviously, it was a bit of a learning process, like I say, but I did enjoy working. I know some people don't actually enjoy working on it. Sorry?
Sounds like you got bad connection. It was breaking up for me then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it breaking up or?
Yeah, you are.
Froze now, aren't it?
Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
Are you downloading too many dolls out? 3D print.
He's turned to Lego. Oh, that's it.
Okay, so let's start with continue with Steve. Steve, what you been doing?
Over the last couple of weeks, nothing. Yeah? Absolutely nothing
So
at all.
How about this 1541 Rhapsody that you have?
Yeah, that's been fun. That. I mean, the reason why I've not done anything is because we've had roadworks outside, and it's just been too noisy for me to be doing. Well, not to do repairs, but not to be able to record it as well.
Yeah.
So that's why I've not done a great deal. The 1581s. Well, I had a big beef about that in my last video, and I was going to bin the other one, and I just thought, I'll just give it one last try, and it worked.
Worked just like
what
that.
I found with it is, for some reason, I'm probably going to explain it completely wrong, but it's like a flip-flop chip that flips but then doesn't go back for some reason. So you'd expect to do a reset and then that'll disappear, but it doesn't seem to do that. Now, I've gone through that many kernels, Jiffy DOSes and Speed DOSes and Dolphin DOSes and everything like that, and the only one that seems to bring it out of it is Jiffy DOS in the C64, where you've got F1 that brings the directory. As soon as I hit that, the drive just works perfectly, no problems at all. So therefore, the other drive does exactly the same. Two completely different boards. So go figure. It's just strange. I don't know whether it's the Jiffy DOS that sends a slightly different command, or it does it slightly differently, or it sends a stronger signal for speed, or I don't know. I don't understand that side of it. But that's what it's come down to. Is the directory button with Jiffy DOS, and it just unlocks the drives. They'll work perfectly for a while. You'll switch them on and off, and perfectly, not a problem at all. I pulled one off shelf, and I'll show you how last. Plugged it in, file not found. I was like, how bizarre. So I hit the F1 button again, unlocked it, and then it worked.
Wow.
So I've sort of found a loop around my problem. So as long as I know I've got to have Jiffy DOS in the system to run them drives, that's fine by me.
Okay, nice.
So I've got an Amiga A2000 that's still ongoing with the series that I'm doing. The board's complete now. Stripped it all back, took the mask off the top, remasked it all, made sure there were no corrosion left underneath that. Changed the keyboard connector, etc., and things like that. So that's getting to a point where it can go back in. And I've got the power supply to rebuild, get that back in, and then it's going to be stuff like Pi Storms and stuff like that's going to go into it, which the owner wanted to do. So that's on the going. I've got Amiga 1200 as well, which I was going to put a 1260 in, which had the LC60 in it. It didn't have the FPU. That would have taken it up to something like 32,000 dry stones, which is quite fast, but there's no FPU. Neil did a video showing that Pi Storm, and it were up at something like 430,000 dry stones, and it was running FPU and everything like that. And I just thought, you know what? It's just an absolutely no-brainer to put that in. And the Go drive, well, yeah, he's right. He said the Go drive was what a Go Tech should have been. I mean, the Go Tech I use for my Amiga at the minute, you have to have a specific menu system on the SD card. You fire it up and it takes you into a menu system. You have to allocate your disk images to a slot, and then you can come back out, reboot, and then you can select on the front. Where this Go Drive, you don't. You just throw your ADF files straight on a USB stick, whap it in, and scroll through them, which I think is absolutely brilliant. Especially if you're wanting to do other things like we do for installing OSs and stuff like that. You know, to be able to do that instead of having to go into a system, the menu system, and having to allocate them new workbench files to new slots to be able to take it back out, to put it back in. Do you know what I mean? The Go Drive, just whack it in and off it goes. So I'm going to go down the Go Drive line as well. So there'll be a video about that.
That's nice. That's nice.
So that's stuff that's coming up. I'm still on with the SX. That's an ongoing scenario. But yeah, that's about it at the moment. I am picking up the next Amiga meet. There's a CD TV to redo the capacitors on. He's also giving me some 1541 disk drives to repair, which Neil will be happy about that because he'll be able to watch them and go back to his.
Mine's still in the box down here.
Yeah, but that's about it for me at the moment.
Nice. Neil, you're back with us, so will you continue?
I'm back now.
Yeah. So how was the experience with Mac repair?
The Macintosh, it's really good actually. They're very well made. A lot better than the Spectrums. Yeah. I mean, obviously I worked on new Macs, obviously, because that's what I used to do is repair the new Macintosh, MacBook Pros and stuff, reballing SMCs. But to work on the old Mac was really nice, and just having the CRT was nice as well. Generally a nice machine. It all slots together nice, and it was quite easy fix as well, which was good. Turned out to be the ROMs and those capacitors, and it burst back to life. And I also did that mod with the diode where you can fit, which then powers through the SCSI port. Oh. You can run a blue SCSI to SD card, and it'll boot like a hard drive and off the SCSI port at the back. So yeah, all in all, it's good fun. I want to do some more now. Although I must admit the videos are not as popular as the Amiga videos, but I like doing all different things. I mean, this week I've done this as well. This Kempton joystick interface. I built one of these for my Spectrum so it can have a joystick, so it could play that. What was that? One with a little jetpack. What's it called?
Jetpack.
Jetpack.
It's called. Yeah, I was playing that with a joystick. I quite enjoyed it. Yeah.
Nice.
It was all good fun.
What was the most common joystick for the Spectrum?
I don't know because I tried. I've got like the what's it name, Competition Pro, and it wouldn't work. The Competition Pro. But then I found. Do you remember the Cheetah 125?
Mm-hmm.
And it had the grey connector and the black connector. And I plugged in the grey connector, it wouldn't work. But I plugged in the black connector and it worked. So I've no idea what's going on.
Yeah, grey Sinclair and black's Kempston, isn't it?
Is that what it is?
Mm.
Right. Okay. So the Sinclair one was built into the 128 Plus and stuff, was it? I presume.
Correct. Yeah. All the 128.
Okay,
you can plug that straight in while the grey then.
Yeah. So I was a bit miffed at first. When I put it all together, it didn't work as usual, and I thought I've done something.
Yeah. Oh no, here we go again.
2 joysticks later, I got it working, so I was quite happy. Yeah.
Nice. So Lee, how about you? What you've been doing besides dual SIDs and
well,
stuff?
I've been playing around with the SID Kick Picos a lot, and I really like them. But I've found a few little issues as I've gone, especially today with a VDC chip. I think that might be a bit of a red herring because the video, the last video I put out this afternoon, it played fine out of the AV socket and out of the DAC it didn't. So I don't think the VDC is what's causing the issue here. So that's going to take a bit of investigation. Apart from that, I've designed and printed a case for the MSX, but I ain't got round to building it yet. I had a few 3D printer problems, and I'm just gearing up to put HDMI onto my self-built MSX.
Oh, that's nice.
There's an add-on board here, and it plugs in, and there's a Chinese. I don't know if it's going to focus. It's going to blur it out. It's an FPGA, so it goes onto this board, and it gives you native HDMI out.
Wow.
And this FPGA is less than a tenner, so it's really nice. But the amazing thing about it is, this FPGA uses a GitHub-based program that's open source to replace the chips that are hard to find, the TMS chips. And this one, it can take audio, and it can inject the audio into your HDMI stream.
Oh, that's really good. That's what's missing off a lot of minute is the audio.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be giving that a go. I've just got to get around to programming up the FPGA and zapping it on the board and firing it all up. But I have designed a case, and I will get around to building it. But apart from that, that's all I've been doing.
So I've got one last thing that I've got in pipeline, which I've not mentioned much because it's not really retro. A PS5.
Oh.
PS5 that just starts up, blue light comes on for a second and shuts down.
Yes, fucked.
Yeah, pretty much.
Put it in the oven.
So I used to look at Xbox 360s and Xbox Ones and stuff like that. PS5, so I thought I'll have a look at that and see how that goes. If it's any good and I can get some footage from it, I might make a video from that. But I am a retro repairer, and that's what my channel's about. But in the description, it does say from retro to up to today's modern equipment. But I do prefer to work on the retro systems as opposed to modern shit.
The problem is, as we've got older, our eyesight's got worse. you can't see the stuff on the board anymore.
That's why I have a microscope, mate.
I know, and you're still squinting at it.
So, guys, I'm a bit younger than you, but I'm trying to catch you up. So, just 1 second, I'll show you something. It's a little bit of a surprise. Oh, it's much better now. So what I've been doing lately, and you already saw this, it's Morse code keyer. I hope that you could see this little device. It's actually pretty modern device because it's not just it detects the press of the hand. It does have auto mode, so there is 555 timer inside, so you can automatically send signals much faster. So for that reason, I try to connect this to Commodore 64, and there is my little board below. It connects to user port on Commodore 64, and because it goes a little bit faster than I think at first, I already built the code in assembly. So yeah, I will try to make a video out of it, and we will go through a little bit of assembly programming. I haven't done that in a while on my channel, so that should be fun. So yeah, that's all I've been doing on side of the retro things. Yeah. Also, I've been doing some playing around with, like Steve, with PS5. I've been playing with something else that's not really retro, but it's interesting. It's clocks. So this clock,
look, I'm going out of time.
Yeah, this has been driven with ESP266. So instead of the regular IC that's inside I got that out, and now this coil has been driven with the microcontroller, so I can control the speed of the these little thingies. And yeah, it connects to Wi-Fi, and you just let him go and plug it in, and eventually he will catch up and show the correct time. So yeah, it's quite interesting. It's not retro, of course, but that's
retro clock.
Spend my time.
Is that using the NTP?
Sorry?
Is that using the NTP, the Network Time Protocol?
Yeah. Network Time Protocol. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yes. It's really actually really stable and nice. It's not my idea, first of all, I have to say. Someone else did it. I just play with this and modified it according to my needs. So yeah, it's quite fun. And we lost Steve. Where's Steve? Left. Oh wow.
Steve's gone.
He's realised what time it was.
Oh wow.
What happened with the Harlequin?
I'm sure he'll come back.
Neil.
Yeah?
What happened with the Harlequin?
Don't mention that bloody thing.
I'm still waiting for a kit.
Yeah, but I ordered a whole lot again. And I've got everything. Well, apart from the ICs, the flip-flop chips, whatever you call them. I ordered a whole set of resistors, everything. I've got to rebuild another one, but I haven't done it yet. I will do it. I'll sort you out what I've got. Yeah, definitely. I've tested all my chips and they all worked okay. So I'm going to send you one, obviously, for you to build up.
Yeah.
Yeah, just drop me a message later. Now I've sorted everything out. And I get to stuff now a lot easier. So I sort what I've got out for you.
I've got to send one of these Picos to Steve. I'll send you one up as well.
Yeah.
I've just ordered some more pin headers.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I sort that out for you. Like I say, I've got another. I'm going to start. I don't know whether to start this other Amiga project I've got to start. So I'm in two minds whether to start that soon as well. But Harlequin's just been a nightmare for me. It's just one of those nightmare build. I think it's because it's so many bloody chips. Have you seen how many there is on it?
Yeah, but it was working. It was just an unstable picture.
Yeah, but all those chips are just to emulate one ULA, aren't they?
Yeah. I
mean, why can't you just do a ULA? It's so annoying. Yeah. It's
quite amazing they could do that.
It is.
Logic.
It's a crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, them obviously just emulate that one ULA, but yeah. It's not 100% compatible with the Spectrum titles, is it? Some of the titles are a bit iffy, I think. It's not like 100% compatibility still. It's about 97% compatibility or something. So it's a bit issues, but I don't know, maybe iron them out. It's like this Pi Storm that's getting better each time. I mean, there's just been a big update recently. The version 1's come out, and that's mega difference that's made to it.
Did they solve the chip RAM speed?
Yeah, that's what they've done with this one as well. They've done something with the chip RAM speed with this update. And obviously they're working on Wi-Fi as well, which would be really good. If they get that working, I think. But yeah, and you can use is it RTG graphics? You can use the RTG driver now through the SCART, and you can use your you can use your desktop through the HDMI now on the RTG.
So you can play regular games through the HDMI?
Yeah, you can play regular games through the HDMI now. The only thing you haven't got, like you said before, you can't inject the sound to the HDMI at the moment. But you can also output it through some speakers anyway for the left and right on the... Yeah, but you can do that now, which is really good. So they're making improvements all the while. I'm really happy with this Pi Storm. For the money, you can't complain for what it costs.
Yeah, I did find some of the games just fall over completely.
Yeah, I agree. I had a bit of corruption on Speedboard 2, which is my favourite game, but it didn't stop me from playing it, mainly on the menu system. But I haven't seen many games fall over. I haven't. What did you have falling over?
I can't remember. I think one of them was Driller.
All right.
Yeah, it just gives you an exception.
Yeah, I mean, I played Frontier, which was good. That played really smooth. Yeah. I played Turrican 2, which these are my favourite games. Turrican 2, Flood. I remember Flood. That used to work fine. I played quite a lot on it. Let's say I've used it a lot. It's behind me now. Quite using that hell of a lot.
Well, that 12, I was going to put the Pi Storm in that blue 1200 I built.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? I'm going to put in just a regular accelerator. So I put a Terrible Fire 1230 in there. And that was really good.
Yeah, Terrible Fires are good. Yeah, I admit Terrible Fires are good. I've got a Terrible Fire 328 in my CD32. Yeah. That's not the accelerator. That's just the ID and the extra memory. But it does change them. It does definitely. The extra memory helps a lot because you use WHD load then.
Yeah.
Yeah. It changes your Amiga.
A lot of the games, they don't really benefit from a speed up, do they? Unless it's Frontier.
No. Yeah, like Frontier, exactly, yeah. I know, I agree, yeah. It's nice to have it. I mean, I couldn't believe I ran, what's his name, Dark Forces on Amiga 1200. That was nuts for me. I couldn't believe I was playing Dark Forces on it. I mean, it's just crazy.
They've just re-released that, haven't they?
Yeah, they just, exactly, yeah, but it's just nuts how you can play it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's really good.
Have you got an Amiga, Josip?
Yeah, no.
You haven't?
No.
They've gone silly prices now over here. I don't know how much they are over there.
Everything got silly prices.
Especially Amiga stuff. So it's gone woof. You're thinking what?
Amigas and Commodore SX definitely, and Atari 2060 exclusive prices. This is just, I mean, up to the roof.
Yeah, 2600s ain't bad prices still over here. I don't think they have inflated that much.
Here are very expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you seen? But someone lately released. You can watch a movie on 2600.
I saw it. Yeah, in about 4 colors.
Yeah. but still, you can't. I mean,
it was nuts. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
But it's a decent picture. I mean, it's fine from a distance. I mean, if you want to look at it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was only like the pirated VHSs we used to watch back in the day, wasn't it? I watched E.T. like that originally.
I remember seeing E.T. and that was terrible when I was a kid.
Well, it didn't come out for ages, did it? So the only way you could watch it was that dodgy pirate that was going around everywhere.
Yeah, and it was dodgy.
Especially the wood scenes.
Well, it's funny you should say that because when I got to see that, I was actually in London around someone else's house.
Yeah.
And they had E.T. and the Dark Crystal.
And but Dark Crystal, they're scary they were.
In the kitchen, there was a load of adults playing Pitfall on the Atari 2600. So I just ignored I was only a kid. I ignored the film and I was in the kitchen playing on the Atari. Yeah.
That's cool.
That was amazing. Pitfall was amazing.
It still is.
Pitfall, yeah. I tell you, one of my favourite games on the Atari is Berserk. I love Berserk.
Yeah, you know it.
I could sit there for hours and play Berserk.
I think the 2600 is the best version as well.
Yeah, definitely.
The arcades, it's not as good, I don't think.
No, it's just when you touch the wall and you go.
Even though you've got speech in that in the arcade, it doesn't have the same. I don't know. It just plays better on a 2600.
Yeah, I agree. It's one of my favourite games, that is, and obviously for 2-player, it's got to be Combat.
Oh yeah.
I still have a great laugh on that with the biplanes. I love it. I mean,
there was one where you can bend a bullet.
Exactly, yeah.
And you can literally time it so you can just bend that bullet, and as soon as they stop spinning after getting hit, they just get hit again.
Exactly. And you can shoot through the screen, I like as well. You can shoot through one side, it comes out the other side of the screen. That's just amazing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but the prices overall are much higher now these days. Yeah, definitely. For everything, any kind of retro equipment. Commodore 64 as well. At least in my country, you cannot get anything anymore for under 100 euros. Nothing.
That is crazy.
Yeah. But that's how it is. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, but in lately there is a lot of those new designs based on Pico and other Raspberry Pi platforms. So yeah, that should affect the market at some point. I saw there's a replacement for the CPU for the +4, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Or C64. I don't remember. But there is lots of chips that we have new replacement now. Of course, all based on FPGAs.
Yeah. What they do need to do is an Agnes replacement. I did see an FPGA one in development, but I never heard anything more of it because these Agnes chips are going ridiculously priced. So for the Amiga, you got your fatter Agnes.
They've already got it. You know, on the FPGAs, they've already got it synthesized.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of getting a small enough FPGA to house it that can take the voltage.
And can stick in the socket, yeah. But
realistically, you're not going to put a chip in, you're going to put a whole board, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because you FPGA.
The one I saw had an FPGA on a board, which then slotted into the socket.
Yeah.
That's the one I saw. Yeah, that's the one I saw being developed, but I didn't hear anything else of it because it's like there was talking to a guy from the Amiga club where we go to. He's just bought an NTSC Amiga 1000 and he wants to convert it to PAL, but he needs a PAL Fat Agnes. And he's been quoted upwards of £170 just for the Fat Agnes, he said. Do you know what I mean? It's just crazy.
Jesus.
That's the way it's gone.
That's crazy. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a lot of machines have gone mental as well. The MSXs have gone crazy. If you want an MSX2, you're talking £250 upwards.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
Yes, it is. Yes.
And if you want a Vectrex, well, selling a kidney.
I agree because I saw that one for sale at the show. It was £700.
Wow.
I mean, £700, and I went, what? I walked away. Yeah.
Bloody hell.
That's the only one I've seen for sale, though, as well. I haven't seen any more for sale.
They're pretty rare, I believe.
The red fine working one.
Yeah, he's got 4 on his shelf, haven't you, behind you?
Yeah. I've got one, and I'm glad I never have to recap that bastard again. I can tell you, it was horrible.
Yeah, I'm the same with CDTVs. That's why Steve's got one now. He came to me and I went, "Go see Steve."
Have you two been using the Pi 1541?
I haven't, no.
I'm not.
Because I had a shortage of pies, but I found more pies again now, so I'm going to give it a try.
I've been having a few problems with my C128 and the Pi
I saw that in your video. Yeah, you're having a few issues.
I cut a lot of that video out. I cut 3/4 of an hour out where I had no end of grief.
Wonder you didn't smash it up.
Well, do you know, after the video, I kind of wondered whether it was those. Do you know those little circuit boards you can get to put underneath your joystick port for ESD to protect your CIA chips?
Oh yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah.
I was wondering if that on there was interfering with the Pi 1541.
Right. Somebody says on there that it's worked all the while on his C64.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Maybe it's something like you say, because you were on a Neo board, weren't you?
Yeah. Ben's put there's a lot of swearing in the carpet. You're not wrong. Fucking thing.
They know you well, eh?
What was happening was I built 10 of those. You know the one I sent you, the disc looking one.
I've got it here, I think. Let me just have a look. If it's the one I'm talking about. Oh, shit.
Well, anyway, I built 10 of them, and
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never put a Pi in it. What Pi does it run on?
It'll be you can put a 0, a 2W, a 3A, or a 3B.
Right. Well, I've got a 0 on the shelf anyway, so I'm going to do that. And then just load some software on it, yeah?
Yeah. You go on to Pi 1541, just download a zip file and copy it to SD card.
Right. I'll put this Pi with it now.
The thing is,
I'm ready. Hey?
I tried several different machines that I built. I've got another Pi 1541 as well that doesn't look like them. And they would randomly not work and not be detected. Or it'd start to work and then you'd get sort of dropouts in the data. It would just lock up.
Wow.
And the only thing I can think of is the ESD straps under the joystick ports, because obviously one of your CIA chips deals with your serial port.
Yeah.
But it's bizarre. Sometimes it'd work and sometimes it wouldn't.
Huh.
So yeah, that was a lot of grief. Now my Pi 0 is not overclocked, Geo Village. I was using a Pi 3B in it. So yeah, I've got a proper Pi power supply. Yeah, it's utterly bonkers. I just really don't know what was going on. And then it just started working. So, I've got visions of them poxy fucking 1581s all over again. But honestly, I lost half a day messing around with it.
Shit like that happens though, doesn't it?
It does to me.
It happens to all, honestly, mate. It happens to all of us.
Yeah.
It's like I built that joystick and it didn't work. And I was just swearing my head off at it. I was trying different joysticks. And then I turned it on and off again and rebooted it and it worked. Whatever else. Yeah, it's just crap. You build these things and sometimes they don't work. It happens.
I think what's happening is they're marginal.
Yeah, but it's a crap, but it's not a crap because we are constantly connecting the new devices to our old equipment. It's amazing that even works. It's amazing that even works.
Exactly. It's amazing how far they've come now. I mean, like the Go Drive and everything is amazing. If you had that back in the day, like I've got now, every single Amiga game on the Amiga, I'd just turn it on. It'd be amazing. But yeah, it's amazing. Technology, the new technology getting incorporated into the old retro tech is great.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's great people developing stuff all the while. I love it. And the Pi's come into its own, hasn't it? The Pi is so useful nowadays.
Especially the Pico.
Yeah, it's used everywhere.
Format. Yeah. These days, everything. Yeah. That's nice.
If you drop in, well, have you seen those Pico retro machines where you can load on different retro computers and play them on a bloody Pico?
Yeah.
It's got a DAC VGA connector on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they can do whole machines.
Yeah.
On a £3 Pico.
That is nuts, isn't it?
But to be honest, if you get a Pi 4 or Pi 5, you can load on Batacera, and you've got a super nice emulation system that can go under your telly. It can also play movies with Kodi.
Yeah, Batacera is great.
It's brilliant.
I've not tried a Pi 5 yet, to be honest.
Oh, they're super.
I know you have. You rated it very highly, didn't you?
Yeah, they're really good. With Batacera, I've still got to do the Batacera run on it, but apparently that does PS2.
That is nuts.
Oh wow!
That is.
Wow.
That's a lot of horsepower.
Yeah, PS2 was, wasn't it? Because of its the way it was set up is weird. What was it
The
called?
emotion engine, wasn't it?
That was it. Something engine. That's I was just going to say what it was. It's very difficult to emulate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm using Raspberry Pi 3 for my BMC 64. I mean, it's a Vice emulator, right? To run Vice.
Yeah.
It works fine. It's absolutely great little machine.
Can it do N64?
Sorry?
Can it do an N64?
Yeah.
Please
yeah.
want to ask.
Pi 5 will.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Josip's talking about the bare metal C64.
Yeah, bare metal, yeah.
And that is brilliant. Even
Yeah,
on Pi 0.
Is that an emulator, is it?
Yeah, it's just Vice emulator. And it's just Raspberry Pi with keyboard. That's it. That's basically it.
Oh, so you could put... Is that what they put inside the C64 cases then, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen people do that.
PCBs.
Yeah, I've seen people do that with Amigas as well now, where there's a couple at the club where we go where you open it up and there's just a Pi inside it.
Yeah.
And they've got the Amiga keyboard connected to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me show you. I just painted mine.
Everybody's left me.
I got some PCBs from PCBWay.
This is
cool. Sparkly.
Oh, nice. And it's got the joystick ports and that plug in.
Yeah.
That is ace.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's mine. Bare metal. It's
Have you got a board there?
Let me show you. Yeah. Let me open this up. Just 1 second. I have to be careful with this. Come on. Here we go. 1 second. It's cracking. Let me unplug the LED. It's nothing there, really. It just...
Look at that.
Yeah. It's just keyboard, Raspberry Pi, where is it? And this little connector board, that's it.
Yeah.
It's basically empty case.
Yeah.
And that's it. I like this very
Yeah.
much. And really you cannot tell the difference. I mean, works just nice.
A lot more reliable.
If you get
Yeah.
if you get a Pi 0, that boots up in something stupid like 2 seconds or something, and you can come out to composite. And it's almost instant booting.
Yeah, I use here also composite output, and it's just a few seconds and it's up and running. I mean, it's just fine. It's like original Commodore 64 with bad caps, and you need a little bit more time to power it up. That's it.
So, did you hear about the C64 keyboards coming from 8-bit Go?
And the mechanical ones.
Yeah, the mechanical ones.
Sounds nice.
That looks really good.
Sounds expensive.
Yeah, it will be, but it's a mechanical keyboard, so. But they're using Kayla box silvers on it, so it's It's a quality bit of kit.
Are you getting one?
Oh, you know it. Absolutely.
So they will sell it as a kit?
No. It's fully made one. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But it's giving it sort of a bread bin type styling.
Yeah. Okay. I saw that. I saw the image of that.
If you want to use an emulator or a Mister FPGA, it's perfect.
Yes, definitely.
Is that on a USB? Is it?
And wireless.
Yeah, I've seen the Amiga. They did Amiga one, didn't they, not long ago?
Yeah, they've done a few of them. The
Yeah.
8-bit, I really like the 8-bit DOS stuff. I've got a load of their controllers.
That's good then.
And even on Bluetooth, there's really low latency on it.
Really good.
Yeah. What happened to Steve?
I don't know. I think they've been digging his road.
Yeah.
He
lost his IP address. So
severed his internet. The digger. Steve's out there now going, do you know who I am? I'm 8-bit Retro Reflex.
He's lost his IP address.
Yeah.
He's lost his IP, he says, yeah. He's got no IP.
Yeah, as soon as he mentioned PS5, they drop him out. So that.
Yeah, exactly. That was it. Well, he mentioned PS5 and he's gone.
GeoVillage put denial of service.
Denial of service attack by Atari, it says. Everybody on the 2600s all grouping together.
That's it. I send him a message. Rudy's found it. Oh dear. Well,
we'll see. Will he come back or not? Yeah.
What new machines you going to get then, Josip?
New machines.
Yeah.
Lately, almost nothing. I do have ColecoVision.
No.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I have only one joystick. So I'm missing one joystick. I bought it as a non-working unit. So luckily for me, it was just one bad memory IC, and that I just replaced, and system is working perfectly. I have Donkey Kong game, so that's nice. And what else? Nothing much. That's about it. Lately. So how about you guys? Do you have something interesting that you recently know?
You got nothing there? No?
No.
I've got
Go on.
I've got a Game Boy coming. Well, I've got a Game Boy that's been run over basically, both sides. But the board looks as if it still works. Oops, what's happened here now? I've been hacked, I think. Wait a minute.
Steve is taking your IP.
Yeah. For some reason, need loads of Windows started opening on my computer, but I'm back now. Yeah, so I've got a Game Boy. It looks like it's been that one there, look. So what you can see.
A pocket.
Yeah, it looks like it's colour, but it looks like it has been literally run over by a car or something. So I'm gonna put an IPS screen in that and reshell it all and everything and test it all out. That's what I'm waiting for the stuff to come from good old AliExpress, as we always do.
Yep.
And I've got a new Commodore to build, a new Amiga to build, and I've got all sorts of stuff, but nothing new. I've got another Apple in the shed. Another Apple Plus.
Oh, wow.
That's more stranger than the other one. This is just making very strange noises. I don't know whether all apples make strange noises when you turn them on. This one's sort of grunting at me. Honestly, he's steering, going.
Oh, that's hard drive.
That's got an hard drive, innit? It sounds.
Oh, that's
I've no idea what he's doing. So yeah,
that's full mystery. Wow.
so I'll be looking at that one day. It's on my shelf in the shed because I put some new shelves up in the shed, so I've got some storage. That's why this looks so clean now, because everything's behind me in the shed. So
You wait till the next video; it'll be full of shit, won't it?
Nah, it's gonna stay like this now. Because this is me. This is me missus's mangle here. Look, that's what I call it. A printing press. So she can use that again now. So, well, this is my corner here. I sort of took over the whole shed actually, but she hasn't been in here yet. Oh, there you go. It's a missing IP address on the Apple.
Right, get hold of Steve. Tell him to check behind the sofa.
Right, I tell him. I message him now.
I've got a I'm in the next batch for the Mega 65.
Oh wow.
So
Nice.
I think that's coming in June. So when that turns up, I might get back into the FPGA programming.
Yeah.
I did a bit of that a few years back on the Mist, so I might have another dig at that, I think, and convert some of the cores over.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, we have Steve back.
Hey,
Oh,
his IP.
It's behind the sofa.
Completely lost all internet on my PC for some reason. It just said IP not assigned. So I can assign one then. It's on auto.
He told you what it was.
Well,
When you mentioned PS5, apparently all the Atari owners got together and did a DDoS attack on you.
Yeah.
probably what they do.
The power of
Sorry,
five.
go.
Yeah, 52600s network.
I wouldn't have thought that'd have taken me down because there's not that many people that like them, is there?
Oh.
No, I'm only kidding.
Nice.
So, Steve, what new machines you got coming then?
The CD TV. Some more 1541 disk drives. I can't think of what else. And the Amiga 1200 that I'll be doing before long, putting the PyStorm in it, etc., and stuff like that.
Yeah, you enjoy
That's about
the
it.
TV.
Yeah, that's what I'm told.
I really
No, I
enjoy
will
it.
do. I will
Yeah,
do. It'll be nice. It'll be nice to play with something different for a change. To be fair,
That's why I did one to get that experience of like having a go at one. I recommend you have a go at one as well, Lee, if you ever get the chance.
What, CD TV?
Yeah,
Nah.
just have the experience.
are they worth doing though? Are they worth doing though? I mean, I went on Facebook the other day, and somebody mentioned that these retro systems are just old tech scrap.
I remember you saying that. Yeah.
You know, and I just thought, old tech scrap. You know, if you're in a group like, and you're mentioning that, you know, it's like, well, what are you doing in that group? And if it's just old tech scrap sort of thing, do you know what I mean? But I don't feel as though it's old tech scrap. For you?
No. It's down to
later,
the
Rudy.
nostalgia and everything in it.
Well,
Yeah, it is. But when you're in a group and you're playing with this other stuff, you know, and they've got all these extra things that emulate it, and it's better for modern equipment. I understand that, you know, for getting the ultimates and stuff like that. Fantastic stuff. But that's not original equipment, is it? You know, everything goes to an age where it's worthless. Look at the Xbox, original Xbox. I mean, you're picking them up at car boot sale for a couple of quid.
Yeah.
You know, and now they're back on the climb again. You look on eBay again and they're up at 50, 60 quid to buy one, you know, depending on what it is, and it's a lot higher. You know, so everything goes to a value of nothing at some point and then climbs back up again. You know, I mean, how many Mark II Escorts have we scrapped in his time?
Don't mention them.
Exactly. And they're what, 15, 20 grand now they're worth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it's vintage stuff, isn't it? It's classic. We all love it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like anything, Steve. Something's worth what someone will pay you for it.
Exactly.
That's true. Well, yeah.
Yeah, spot on there.
But you're right. If this guy's giving it the big one about it's just scrap, then he shouldn't even be in that group because he's just basically just there to troll.
Or tell him to hand all his scrap over to us.
Yeah.
I've still got room in my scrapyard.
Yeah, I don't mind taking his scrap.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It is. I mean, everybody's opinions are different. You know what I mean? I understand that. You know, we're all different. We can't be all the same at the end of the day. You know, but you still can't go around saying it's, you know, vintage things are worthless.
Well, I think it's easy. It's easier for people to be elitist or divisive about something, and social media's made that a lot easier.
Well, it has, hasn't it? To be fair,
and, you know, if there are communities out there that are quite snobbish about things,
right?
And there's people out there that just like, you know, kicking people in the nuts, and he sounds like one of them, Steve. You know, he's just trolling.
Yeah. It's like it's the same with recapping, isn't it? It's got so many opinions recapping has. when you do a recapping video, you're bound to get somebody to say, "You're doing that wrong. You're going to destroy the board. You're doing that wrong." You know what I mean?
We know what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's just one of the main topics. You guarantee you're going to get, no matter how you do it, you can't please everybody.
No.
You can use hot tweezers, you can use a twist method, you can use a cut method, you can use a heat gun. No matter what, people are never happy with it. But it's whatever works for you, I think.
And
you
want
to risk it on your machine and it's working, fair enough.
And Neil, this is just the war between those of you guys who argue about the method, and how about those who want to change the caps and the ones that don't want to change the caps because the original is the best, and so on and so forth. So I don't know why people have this urge to oh, Steve is here we go. Why I don't know why these people have the urge to go and telling bad stories about stuff they don't understand or they don't agree with. I'm not going to other groups taking shit to them.
I was brought up, if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Yeah, exactly. My point exactly.
You know, somebody else's love and passion might be something that I can't stand, but
absolutely,
I'm not going to project that onto somebody that just because I don't like it. I'll take, for instance, football. For me, it's just a load of crap. You know, I don't disrespect anybody that likes football. If that's what they want to play, fine. If that's what they want to support, fantastic. You know, we're all different, aren't we? You know what I mean?
Exactly, that's it. And we all do things differently.
Of course.
Have you ever noticed that there's a load of green in football? Everything's fucking green.
It is, isn't it?
I fucking hate green.
It's an Amstrad colour, though, isn't it?
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
That'll be it.
So what have I missed? What have I missed while I disappeared?
Well, we're talking about you. We're wondering where you've gone.
Yeah.
Don't know what happened. Don't know why. Just.
Well, at least you're back now. That's good.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, my network adapter just kept saying no IP assigned. It's set on automatic. Go figure. You know, to set it on manual, I need to know my router IP, and I need to know this, that, and other. So I couldn't set it manually. I just had to keep having resetting the adapter until it actually booted itself back in. But it worked.
Yeah.
For now. For now.
For now.
So the big question is, who's got the next PCB Way video?
I've got one. Next week's a PCB Way. PCB Way. I have to keep them coming in now and again. I even mentioned them last video, even though I wasn't doing a PCB Way video. I just tend to slip the names in there now.
Yeah, I mean, I do that because I mean I have it on my little television where I'm testing things. I've got PCB Way there.
Yeah.
So you know, there's a little bit of an advert there on every single video that I do for them. To be fair,
I still think Lee's advert is cracking. I've watched it a few times. I think it's great.
Which is that?
Yeah.
Lee's advert he knocked together.
Oh, for PCB.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was only a quick thing I put together.
Yeah, well, it's really good.
They're doing a lot of support for people. They
do. I mean, they're brilliant. Yeah.
They're running competitions in the 3D printing community. They're doing loads of people there as well.
Yeah, I can't fault them. I mean, I had an issue where, like Steve, they shipped something with FedEx, and then FedEx came through with a bill, 50 quid.
Yeah.
I've still not paid mine. I've got the solicitors chasing me now. I'm going, I'm being a bit more resilient to them. But, of course, I contacted them and said, look, can you try not to send with FedEx? Said, oh, we weren't aware of that. So they sent them with DHL and they didn't get any bill. So they're really helpful, they are.
Yeah.
So word of warning, never get anything sent with FedEx.
No, definitely not. I think mine were about 52 or something like that. It was.
Yeah, because they say we rushed it through customs for you. And I said, I didn't ask you to do that.
Thank you very much, but I didn't ask you for it.
That's what I said. So now they charge us another £25 for something fee, whatever it was. And I went, I didn't ask you to do that. And I said, you delivered the item, then you charge me afterwards. Should you not held it and then charge me? I don't know. But yeah, I'm still.
Geo Village has just said they've made 20 rads for me. Love them PCB Way folks. Don't we all? Don't we all? I think he's talking about the rad boards for the C64. You've seen them?
Yeah.
From the same people that did Phonetic, that did the Sid Kick. It's like a replacement. What's it called? REU.
REU, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They did it assembled as well.
Is it full REU now? Because I know you could do it to a point, couldn't they? But I don't think you could. There was something you couldn't do, like DMA or something like that. I don't know.
REU and GeoRAM.
The REU's got to be done via DMA, I think. I don't think.
Yeah, I am wrong, but there is some limitation to it because it couldn't do something that the original one could.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the originals are expensive. Very expensive.
Yeah. I think the originals were like 16 megs, weren't they?
No, originals, you could get them at 128k and stuff like that, I think. 256, half a meg. Take it up to a meg, I think they were about it. But you could go up to 16k.
No.
But I don't think they ever made a 16k REU for one.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. Could be wrong.
Have you tried the other one he built, the Sidekick cartridge?
No.
What did I have built the other day? Somebody.
Sidekick.
I've lost it. Somebody built me something the other day and sent me.
Yeah, I've only got like the Kung Fu Flash and the Pi 1541.
You see those ones Anders was making, these things?
Right, well. Oh, yeah, tape cart.
Yeah.
Right, this is the Sidekick.
Yes, you did send me one of them. I've got it.
I built one of these for Ben Squibb, StatMat. These are they're a Pi-based cartridge. This one here's got a Pi 3 in it. It's not really focusing very well, but they got a little color screen on them. These are phenomenal. They're really good. They're like a Kung Fu Flash, but better. But not only that, you can actually plug it into other Commodore computers. So although these are C64 cartridges, with an adapter, you can plug it into a +4 or a VIC-20.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
And
that's nice.
on the same cartridge.
That's not bad, that, because you can normally only do that with like the Ultimate cartridge, can't you? You can feed it in external power, and then you can just put the serial port into whatever it'll fit into the serial port,
Yeah.
which is quite cool.
Ultimate cartridge is completely different thing. That's
Yes.
really system. Wow, that's.
I'm getting one of them eventually. I'm saving
You
my
do right,
pennies.
mate. You do right. I mean,
Yeah.
I battle about them so much, you know, I can't praise them enough, and I try and
Yeah.
save people money because they go and buy this and they go and buy that and they go and buy this, and before they know it, they're way over the price of an Ultimate cartridge, and that can do it all. And
Exactly.
a lot more, to be fair.
Yeah, but if you use an Ultimate on something else, it only works as an IEC device, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, these don't. These work as a full extension. For example, when you plug that into a +4, you can add up to 8 SID chips to it.
Right,
Hey,
okay.
It's absolutely ludicrous.
that's nuts.
Yeah, it is. And the VIC-20, it just works.
Mm.
So you've got PRG injection, all the stuff that a Kung Fu Flash has got, except this can do it for different machines.
Well, that does SID chip emulation as well, then, he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. StatMap, he was working on the one load collection for for himself, but he actually spoke to Frenetic and he got the thumbnails to come up on the screen, I think. Yeah, there you go.
Right.
You get the thumbnails of the game.
Slideshow support on the TFT when running carts from the One Load 64 collection.
Mm.
It's ace.
Yeah,
I like that.
I tell you, they're really tasty bits of kit.
I mean, you did send me one. I mean, I've had a little bit of a play with it, but I haven't had too much, if you know what I mean. It sounds like I need to have a bit more of a play with it, to be honest.
There we go. Look, he said that's right. The loading screens and the in-game snapshots.
Cool.
But the other thing, Neil, that tape cart. Now, talking about the One Load collection, he's also got a tape cart directory on there for that. And have you ever used these tape cart machines?
No, I
Right, well,
haven't.
what it does, it plugs in your tape port, it loads a browser program,
Yeah.
and then blasts a PRG file into memory at light speed.
Yeah, I have one of those.
that.
Yeah.
I've never used it. Somebody made it me the other week and gave it me.
Right, you plug it in, right? You
Yeah.
press shift run stop. It will load. It will say found browser, and then your browser will have a whole load of shit on it,
Mm.
All right.
and it can load TCRT files or PRG files.
Yes.
Quite cool.
If it's DNA, then
Cool.
if it's DNA, it's cracking.
Is it?
Yeah, those TCRT files are pretty awesome. They are.
Yeah.
Your only loading wait time is the decrunch.
Right.
It's in that fast.
The only problem that I have with those devices, because I cannot save anything to them. I can load, but I cannot save.
Yeah.
And I do like to save things that I'm working with, like basic code or stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit like the Ultimate. I mean, I've done videos with that about showing you how to restore tapes and things like that with it. I think the Ghostbusters tapes. So I found the original tap file, an uncracked version, thankfully, and then re-recorded it back onto the originals just to rejuvenate them, and it works absolutely brilliant. I mean, I've got a load it meter on my tape deck, and when you load it in normally, you probably get 1 or 2 bars. Once you've got it into the Ultimate and you reload it back, the Ultimate sound that pushes that out, it's right up at 5-6 bars. So you can see when it re-records back to it that it's giving it a good high level, and it just works flawlessly every single time. It's great. It's great for stuff like that. You know, you disc to tape and tape to disc and whatever you want to do. You know,
yeah, but these tape carts, it's not tap files.
No.
PRGs.
PRGs or TCRTs, which are tape cart files.
Right.
And a tape cart file is like a library of a load of different files.
Exactly.
So you load up your browser and it can scan your SD card. It's got like a little Arduino in it, and it gives you a list of everything that's in there, and you just pick something, and it blasts it in there at about 28k a second or something.
Yeah, it's extremely fast. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is.
But it is only read only.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I said,
Yeah.
only read.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like that Geo Village has just said. I wonder if anybody started archiving uncracked images. There are some out there, and there is some packs kicking around, but obviously not everything. It is difficult to try and get hold of some tap images, especially to if you can get it to load. If you've got something that you can get it to load, then you can save it into the Ultimate. So you've already saved the tap image. But yeah, it would be nice if there were an archive of just the original tap images. That would be fantastic, to be fair.
Yeah.
Just for restoration purposes, even if for nothing else. Do you know what I mean?
I'm sure there's a lot of taps out there with original tapes on. The problem with uncracked discs is the protection got a bit gnarly, didn't it?
Yeah.
So I think there's a G64 format.
Yes.
I think that holds the protection as well.
Yeah, it does. It's like a complete disc image. I think is a G.
I've never used them personally, but yeah.
Yeah, Ultimate play with them as well. You'll know that. Well, you've got your Ultimate. Have you never tried them in your Ultimate?
Well, no, I've never used G's at all.
All right, okay.
No, I've never bothered. To be honest, I like PRG injection. You know,
yeah, it's awesome.
Bang, it's done. It's just there.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Because you select your file, DNA, and that normal screen comes up and it's saying ready. You just type run and it decrunches and off it goes. It goes in that rapidly. It's amazing.
On the Ultimate, it's like 0.02 seconds or something.
That's not quick enough.
But for me, I just get the latest one load, chuck it on an SD, and bam, I'm done.
Yeah,
it's just all there. The amount of time that saves is unreal.
Yeah.
But
nice if there were a Commodore 128 back, a proper Commodore 128 back. I know there's a TOS, is it TOC or something like that?
Well,
TOS or TOC or
something. What is it? Assembly 64. That's got a 128 section in it, but there's not that much for the 128.
No, there ain't.
Really ain't at all. You get a few games that, I mean, there's a few that have been released recently. You got the Petsky robots that got released on everything. You got stuff like Pentagram and Alien 8. They got converted over. Armor
They made Petsky robots with dual screens, right?
And better graphics.
Yeah.
What did you reckon to that Chaos Engine demo thing that I sent at C64?
That looked quite cool. I was quite impressed with how it looked. Yeah. Sorry?
I think it's been abandoned, isn't it?
It's been abandoned.
No, not that I know of.
Is it still going? Is it?
Yeah, it's only. I mean, that demo's only just come out.
I'm waiting for the Impossible Mission one.
Oh yeah.
That's a buyer, is that one? Definitely full format buyer.
It looks good.
The cartridge version, I think, original when it first comes out. But yeah, that looks storming, does that?
There was one, something of the Ancients, Gateway of the Ancients. I forgot the name of it now. It's a 3D shooting one. That was a new 64 game that come out in the last couple of years, and that was brilliant. And there was another one, Doc Cosmos. Did you ever hear of that?
Must have missed that.
This guy, he did it for the RGCD 16K competition, and he made this game called Doc Cosmos, and it was really good. And he was supposed to be releasing a second one, but it all got shelved.
Oh, have a quick look.
There's been some really good new 64 games come out.
I think there's been good, especially on all Commodore machines, because you got some good Amiga games coming out as well now, which I liked. They did Rick Dangerous Enhanced was really good. I enjoyed that. We've done a lot with that with the AGA version.
Mm.
And
I haven't seen that.
I finally got the. Trying to think what it's called now. The Bruce Lee one. They did Bruce Lee on the Amiga as well. Yeah. Tiger Claw, it's called, but it's very hard. Found it too hard, to be honest.
I've seen they've released a load of arcade conversions, haven't they?
I don't. Yeah, I guess so. There's a lot of shoot 'em ups and stuff now, but
Were it Gallagher? They've done a recent Gallagher, haven't they? Can't think about else recent.
But there's been some good games coming out, which I like. These
You
new
want to try
games
Gridlock? You want to try Gridlock? I'll be taking that along with me to the Amiga meeting. I'm running that on C64. Have a quick look at that.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's quite addictive, to be fair. You've got a block in front of you. You remember them old picture things where you used to slide them around and move them about until you made a picture in the right place? Well, it's basically like that kind of engine where you're shunting cars about to get your ambulance out to get it out.
I tell you, like that, my missus, she used to love that game. She used to
very addictive. 80 levels. Like. 80 levels. I got to 32. I was talking to Chris that that wrote it. That's Chris that did the Empire Strikes Back. Roy also did the music in there, and the music's absolutely cracking.
That just on C64, is it?
Yeah, I said, how did you get on with? How far have you got on it? He says, well, obviously, he says, I've been playtesting it. Obviously, each level I have to playtest to make sure it works. But if I were going to start the game from the beginning and set off, he says, I'll probably get to about level 45 and then throw my toys out at Bram. So it's quite nice to see, that you can actually program something that's hard. You'd think if you programmed it, you'd be able to walk it, wouldn't you?
It's like that warehouse game, is it, where you move the boxes to get out?
Yeah, similar. Yeah, similar to that.
Yeah.
You just basically your car's in a car park spot, and then you've got wagons in front of you, and you've got to move them up one out of the way to try and move this forward, and then you might have to move another one out of the way to move these other ones out.
Yeah, I like them type of games.
It's a puzzler. Your lass said she likes puzzle games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She'd love it. Yeah, because she loved the warehouse games. So I need to get that. I need to fix my C64, don't I?
Oh, your keys.
Yeah, my keys keep breaking.
Stop it.
What?
I think I've got dodgy plastic or something.
What do you mean they keep breaking?
The bloody plungers keep snapping on me.
What, from you using it?
Yeah, I'm using it.
You're not seeing how it types.
I press the key, right? And my key will fling off.
Not your feet.
Yeah, well, I thought it'd get more viewers if I started typing with my feet. Do you know what I mean? It's all about views, Lee.
Well, yeah, I was going to say getting another keyboard should be easy enough. Probably wouldn't be cheap though.
Yeah, no, I just get some plunges off somebody I know.
Oh, sorry, what? A question for me?
we wouldn't know that. Neil's got his picture flipped, so he's pointing to the wall.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is that because he's showing his Amiga off or hiding his doll's house?
I'm hiding my doll's house, mate. It's an actual retro doll's house. It's got CRT in it.
Oh, yeah. Let's have a look.
No, it's actually empty. It's like the bailiffs have been.
It is nice to see that Mac has gone from backdrop anyway.
What's that?
It's nice to see that Mac's no longer in the backdrop.
Right, I've got another Mac.
Why?
It's behind me in the shed. It's gonna come. I quite enjoy them, to be honest.
You just say this.
I wouldn't mind one myself, but too expensive for what they are, especially in the UK. I mean, obviously, they're probably a lot cheaper in the US or the States, I guess.
Yeah.
Over here, they're quite expensive, but they're a nice machine, honestly.
I'm as bad as Lewis with Amstrads as what I am with Macs, to be honest.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I don't know. I quite like them. I'm open to any machine. I like all machines.
They've all got the place.
I'm on neutral ground with machines, but obviously my favourite is obviously the Amiga and a Commodore 64. I am more of a Commodore fan than the other machines. But I do like the BBC Micro. Like I say, I've got BBC Micro, and I do play on that now and again. I love that imaging game on that. And the Spectrum, I like the Spectrum. It's got its own quirkiness. I haven't got an Amstrad though, Lee, so don't worry.
I think Lee's the only person that's got an Amstrad in here now.
Amstrad have the best PCB layout from all of those 8-bit, right? Yeah.
That's because there's nothing on it. They're in. They're literally in. There's a couple of ROM chips. You got your memory, and there's a couple of logic chips, and that's it.
Yeah. If somebody offers me a CPC 464, I'd take one to play with.
Beat them with it.
I have played one. Obviously, when my friends had one, I used to play that Carrier Strike with the planes and stuff. But I wouldn't mind one to work on and have a go.
They're not a bad machine, to be fair. They're okay. They're all right.
Yeah.
I like them better than the Spectrum because you haven't got all the colour merge clashing and stuff like that. You know. But yeah, the tape drives are still a pain in the ass with them.
Yeah, you got the +2 as well. Was it +2? You had the grey version, was you tell me, and then the black version. Was the grey version Spectrum, and then the one was Amstrad?
Yeah, there's the 128 +2 grey, and there's 128 plus black one. I think the grey one, the original, was like Sinclair boards, and then obviously when Amstrad took over. Yeah, they moved on.
The Amstrad or the Sinclair?
Sinclair.
The Sinclair were better.
I'd say so, because the Amstrad one, they screwed it all up with audio, and you've got to start moving resistors about and changing all border layout and stuff like that to try and get audio better on it.
I read something about that. They fucked up the audio output on it.
Yeah, if you look on that, them that I did, Spectrum +3 restoration, I did the audio fix on that. So there's a video for that, if you wanted to have a note of it, and comparisons in there as well, so you can actually hear the difference in its night and day. It was a mistake. What?
The AY chip sound chip in them, is it?
Yeah.
They both got the same chip, but they sound different, you said?
It's got circuitry's all been wired up wrong.
Oh, right.
Back factory. They made a boo-boo with it.
Alan Sugar probably got a job load of resistors cheap or something.
Who knows?
On The Apprentice.
Probably bought them off Mac.
Exactly.
I've always wanted an Apple compact. You know,
they're very nice machines, like, honestly.
The LC, is it? You know the one that was in that film, The Explorers, the kids' film.
Oh no, they had the Apple Mac, the 128, which is the first one, I think, with the CRT. Then they went to the Plus, then they had the Plus, which was 1 meg. They're like the little tower.
I think it was a 2. No, it's like a 2C. It
right. Like he's got here, like that.
No.
No. Do you mean like the one that looks like a dragon?
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean?
2.
No, that's not it.
Are you sure? Apple 2 looks like a dragon.
What it was in the film The Explorers. I think
I can't
it's
remember The Explorers.
2C compact or LC compact or something like that.
Anyway, speaking about retro computers, have you watched Ghostbusters?
I was just going to say that.
No.
Have you watched it?
No.
Have you watched it?
Yep, there's a BBC there, isn't there? And there's also a pet.
There you go. Yeah, I spotted him as well. That's the first thing I spotted was a BBC.
We're using BBC on that when it took your spirit out of your body, out of system.
Yeah, but it was like the cut down BBC, wasn't it? Small.
I think it was just in one of those boxes. You know, it was over the top where it slid in underneath.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, but it had like an IBM monitor on top.
Something like that.
With a green screen monitor.
Green screen that had red on it.
Yeah.
Look cool though. It's nice to see that they're still using stuff like that in the background.
Exactly.
What did you think of Ghostbusters?
I thought my own opinion of it was rather slow going, and it was and it was too predictable. I actually called things
fuck it up.
Hey?
No, I mean, I enjoyed it, but it is right. A bit like the Afterlife. It was slow, and then right ahead you got all the action sort of thing.
And you saw you could call what was going to happen. I could in this one. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen.
I think it's more about blending them into that place and blending them into that town. You know, I don't think they're going. Obviously, Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray are not going to be in all the future ones. I mean, if they are, fantastic. You know, but I think it's a case of merging over, of carrying it over into these new actors that are there. So the next one might be a little bit more, you know, it felt a bit more of a nostalgia trip, you know, with lions outside buildings.
I think Bill Murray's going a bit out of it now. I think he looks like he doesn't. I don't know whether he wants to do it or not, but
he's 135 years old.
Hey.
I said, of course he is. He's 135 years old.
I still think he was good in Zombieland when they shot him.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Anyway, let's just remind you what we were talking about before, Steve. Actually, was the price. The price we were talking about chips, etc. I was mentioning the price of Agnes nowadays. Do you remember?
Right.
What's his name was after one of his Amiga 1000.
Yes.
Did you hear how much he got quoted?
No.
170.
What?
So we're discussing the price of Agnes. So we're saying there's no FPGA replacement yet, is there, for an Agnes? It'd be good if there was, I think.
You can. I did watch a video not so long since where you can put an you know, the FPU that's missing on the A1200s.
I've seen that as well.
Yeah.
So right at the very bottom of the board, in the middle, the footprint's there. If you put a socket in an FPU in it, it works. Sorry?
You can run a clock wire to it, so you can get it the right frequency.
Because
otherwise, it's crippled, isn't it? At 14 megahertz.
Yeah,
that was it. Yeah.
But you can tap it somewhere else and get 28 megahertz out of it.
Right. Okay.
But this fuck all uses it.
So why did you do that and not fit it?
Well, there's nothing that uses it. No, I'm serious. There's very little software written for the FPU.
No. You reckon he originally designed it in the A1200 and then just took it out?
Yeah.
I reckon that's what it was.
Cost reduced it, didn't they? Cost reduced it, left footprint, and if they want a call for it later on, you can send it back in for an upgrade.
Well, we just had a message. If retro computing is to have any future beyond the next 5 to 10 years, we'll need FPGA versions of all the custom chips.
That's true.
I don't know. I think the machines are going to last another 30 years. I don't think.
You reckon?
Yeah, of course they will. We're fixing them now.
Yeah, but once your chip goes, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you've got replacements. The code is already in the FPGAs. Someone will just synthesize it right off to PCB way and say, "Give me a board."
Yep.
They'll come back with a whole wedge of them, and next thing you know, you got things like the JCPU, the JCIA, and you know what I mean.
They'll all crash down in price when somebody starts duplicating and making other versions of them and stuff. You know, they just need to get once they've got the mix on it and they reverse engineer it and then reprogram it differently and out they want to put their layout to it and stuff, you know.
For the C64, we've got pretty much all the chips covered now.
Yeah.
With modern replacements. So when they do, you know, you can place a VIC, the SID, the CIA, all of them. That's not a problem, and they're still using EPROMs, so you can still get new EPROMs.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
So I think realistically, we ain't got to worry about it in our lifetime.
Yeah, and we have new memory replacement with like single.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that in 30 years' time, mate. I can't imagine soldering in 30 years' time, but who knows?
You never know. You never know.
We'll be sat here in 30 years' time, shall we, on YouTube?
I feel like I need a 16K upgrade now. I don't know about
you do Sinclair says you need some blue tack to hold it in place so it doesn't crash.
But by the end of the week, I don't know what fucking day it is.
Nice. So, yeah, this have been lovely chat.
Yeah.
Shall we wrap it up?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and until next time. Bye.
Yo, later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
End stream.